welcome. I'm Peggy, and we have a fun time ahead and a chance to visit and learn. And we are honoring today the Girl Scouts. And of course, we have the Girl Scouts of South Carolina, mountains to the Midlands. And we're going to have a scout here, we're going to have a troop leader, and we also have a very special lady, Susan Schneider. But before, and oh, we've got cookies. Oh, but before we get into all that, I just wanted to share something with you that I thought you might enjoy. And if we're ready with that tape, let's put that on now. So you will understand what that was. That's an update from Shelby McKinney. And as I'm speaking to you now, she is probably in Cape Town, South Africa. This young lady is from Spartanburg, South Carolina. And she has given her life to God. And she is and has become a missionary. And for the next 11 months, she's going to be in far-flung places of the world that you and I will probably never go to or see, and many of us won't know much about them. These are not Paris and London and Rome. These are way out places where people desperately need help, and she is there. And in this communique, she says, I have a new 47-member family. A family that prays together, grows together, dances together, loves together, and in a few short weeks will be serving many nations together. And she is one of 47 who's on this mammoth undertaking. And of course, they will separate, and Shelby will go on with maybe one or two other people, and the groups will go to different places. But I thought we will, from time to time, have an update on this brave young Christian woman from Spartanburg. Shelby McKinney, we're proud of you. And now, speaking of being proud, I have some people here I'm proud of. And of course, I know Susan Schneider. Susan, thank you so much. She is the Director of Public Relations for Girl Scouts of South Carolina, Mountains to the Midlands, okay? And next to her is a young scout who's going to be here. She's going to tell us all about what she does, and she's going to be selling cookies. Celtsie Price. And you are
8 years old.
And where do you go to school?
Paris Elementary.
Okay. And next to her is her mother, Audrey Price. And you are a leader for the troop.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a special time, isn't it?
Very special
You're starting,
time.
now you're going now house to house selling cookies.
Yes, ma'am. I really am.
And how many cookies do you plan to sell?
3,114.
3,114 boxes? My goodness, that's exciting. You're going to end up being not only a Girl Scout, but a super girl one of these days in marketing.
And do you know how super that is? The average Girl Scout nationally sells 157 boxes. Now, our council sells more than most. On average, our participating girls sell 220. But for her to have a goal of 3,000 is absolutely incredible. And you want to share?
How did you arrive at that you have to sell that many cookies?
Well, I used to sell 2,000 and more. So at one time, I sold 114. So my goal was at 3,014, then I added the 100 for extras.
Because as of today, she's sold 114, so I guess her goal was originally 3,000, but it looks like we've...
It was 100. 3,114.
And
There you go.
100% of the proceeds, the sale proceeds, stay within the council. Some go back to the troop. So what are you going to be doing with some of the money that you earn from your sales?
Well, I'm going to use cookie cash for camp, and the rest of my money will go to the Cookies for Soldiers.
And what else are we doing with it?
Cookies for camp and for our soldiers overseas. We work with Blue Star Mothers and send cookies
And you
overseas.
send cookies to our troops in Afghanistan and various other
where they're in battle. Mhm.
Now look at, I want you to move your arms here and let's see, look at all of that. My heavens. Oh,
There are even some on the back.
and here I thought I was dressed up. And look at all those badges and medals. I know you're proud of her.
I'm very proud. She works very hard.
Now, Audrey, I want to ask you, when these girls, she's 8 years old, when they go to neighborhoods, door to door, there's a safety factor involved here. Now, tell me how the Girl Scouts and how you, and as a troop leader, how you handle this.
I always tell their parents the parent needs to go, an adult relative, an older sister, sibling. For the older girls who might be 13 or 14, they must take a buddy. The Girl Scouts are very strong. You never go anywhere without a buddy.
Yeah, yeah. So you would personally see to her,
Yes.
or if she had a friend that wanted to go, but you don't just, and how do you arrive at where they go, in a neighborhood?
Usually they start with their own neighborhoods or somewhere
Yeah.
nearby. Like we definitely start with our neighborhood, and then there's a neighborhood that was right across the road from us. That
So
we'll
they
go
kind of
through.
stay in their own area.
Yes.
And every time a Girl Scout, if they ring your doorbell or knock on your door, you can be sure that somewhere right close by is somebody who's looking
Yes.
out for them.
Yes.
Because that's important nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And all right, let's get down. Let's show, I tell you. Now you tell me about the quality that's in these cookies.
Our cookies, we started with shortbread cookies back in 1936.
It's a good Scottish cookie.
Yes, it is. And we've come so far since then because now we've got even a new cookie, which is the cranberry citrus crisp.
Oh, let me hold it.
And this is the healthiest choice of all of them. This has
There,
9
we have it.
grams
Yeah.
of whole grain, and it's got actual real fruit in it. But all the cookies, even the Thin Mints or the lemonades or the caramel delights, the 8 varieties, they're all trans fat free, and there's no artificial preservatives. There's no cholesterol.
So people can buy these and feel like they're not buying junk.
Exactly. As long as they eat it in moderation. They are still cookies, but you've got to eat it in moderation.
Well, I know, but oh my.
And
When you talk about Thin Mints and moderation, forget it.
Well, and Thin Mints, what did you say? How did you do the Thin Mints recently? You put it in a recipe.
Well, crack them up and then put them in as a crust of the cheesecake.
Oh, so you crumble these all up and make a
Cheesecake
crust for a
crust.
cheesecake. Ooh.
Very
Oh,
good.
and another thing, we're so high tech now that people, this is a QR code, and people can take their computer, their mobile phones, and actually download that, and it will bring up recipes that they can use with the cookies. And it's on the order form, and it's on the box.
Okay, now, right now, as we speak, these girls all over are going door to door with their cookies. So if somebody comes to your door, at least you will know what this is all about. Now, beginning February, they will be available
in front of the stores. What we do right now is starting January 10th, we started door to door.
Okay.
We'll be continuing to sell individually through March 21st. But at the retail stores, that begins February 21st.
February. So if you go to a Walmart, a
Sam's
Kmart,
Club, Kmart,
wherever,
Lowe's.
you'll see them outside.
Yes, the table will be, or in the entryway,
Yeah, they're
depending
not
on the weather.
way in the store. You sort of see them when you go and come.
Yeah, and maybe you can speak a little bit more to that with the we call them booth sales. Well, where do you typically go?
We like to go to Bilo.
Okay.
The people there, the management are very nice to us, and they're eager to see us there. A lot of times they'll come out and buy a box of cookies from the girls. Even though we might be there weekend after weekend, they still always come buy a box for us.
And adults are always at the
Always.
at
We
the
always have
table.
at least 2 adults at a table.
Now, this is fun. Obviously, you have fun doing this. I know you do, but it's also a learning experience. And they learn, what skills does a young girl learn from this kind of thing?
Well, young girls learn how to, well, treat customers like if they ignore
How to
them.
talk to people?
Like if someone ignores them, just wave. And don't. If someone comes to buy cookies, they don't have enough, just say donate for soldiers and say thank you if they do. If someone buys a box of cookies, well, you say thank you and have a good day.
Good for you.
So
you
those are
learn
the people skills,
people skills.
business ethics, money management. Did you have a little workshop on how to handle money and make change?
So if somebody buys a box of cookies, you have to be able to make change.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then I think that was all business ethics and money management. So I think that was all. But then with the new program they've got out, if you want to show them your iPhone.
Oh, sure.
We are so high. This is
Audrey,
so far
what
beyond.
What is this all about?
You know, in 1936, when we first started National
the
Girl
time?
Scout sales, the cookie sales, the girls would go door to door with wagons. Now, and this is how far we've come, that now we introduced a new app. And this is for Apple devices. If the volunteers or girls that have...
Yeah, just hold it still there. That's it. Now, what do you do with this?
It's a
What are they
Coco
doing
mobile
now?
app, and then Audrey can explain what you do with that.
The girls are able to email e-cards to, friends of their parents, relatives, and ask them to buy Girl Scout cookies. The adults can order them online. The girls can also enter their sales numbers. Celtsie sold 114 as of today, so she's got that entered. It tells them how close they are to their goal. I can track it as a troop cookie mom, troop cookie manager. I can see where the girls are and encourage them, and they can see as far as our troop amount sold, where we are for our troop goals. And
All right, now you're talking, we have to take a quick break, but you have to go, you're a troop leader. You're sort of mom to all the, how many girls?
I have 20 girls from
20 girls,
daisies through
and
cadets.
how old are they?
My daisy group are kindergarten and first graders, so they're 5-year-olds to 7-year-olds. And then my brownies, like Celtsie, are 7 to 9. And then I have cadets that are 11 to 14. So
Okay. We're going to go to a quick break and come back. And if you have a child, you might want to think about this. This is open to little girls, and I guess we don't have any Boy Scouts here, but we'll be right back.